You'll never understand, right?
Heat race number 13. Welcome to the live look-in on Facebook, the My Race Pass live look-in. How many races we going here? Until they turn it up.
We're going to give you the last Sport Mod heat races.
That works.
Exactly. Jacob Olmstead over to Nebraska, the 88J, and Eric Ingram, Beloit, Kansas, 73G.
Road 2, the 00T from Yuma, Arizona, Crystal Hemphill, and to her outside from Norfolk, Nebraska, Colby Langenberg in the 1J.
Nathan Bringer out of Lewiston, Missouri in the 79, and Joe Reitz from Dunlop, the 1 Junior.
Final 3 starters from St. Joe, Missouri, the 49D is Doug Heimbaugh. From Dove Creek, Colorado, Brody Spangler in the 91, and from Eagle, Nebraska, the 7V is Adam Verbka.
There you have it, kids and cats, ready to go. Greens up from Nick Perkmander in the starter stand. As we get ready to hustle on down into turn number 1 and 2, it's going to be the 88 of Jacob Olmstead in the race lead. Watch that 1J of Colby Langenberg and a Norfolk. He'll work it on down there. Joe Reitz in the 1 Junior coming to the inside of Ingram. They'll hustle off at turn number 4. It's going to be Olmstead, your race leader.
Olmstead leads lap number 1. Langenberg and Reitz go 2 and 3. Reitz going to drift to the top side down in turns 1 and 2. Looking for the fast lane to race his way into contention here in the 13th heat race for SportMods. Meanwhile, Langenberg, well, thought he had Olmstead reeled in. He did not. It's still Olmstead by a couple of car lengths with 2 laps down.
So they'll work on down into turn number 1 and 2. Olmstead there, your race leader. Hustling on in down the back straightaway. Battle of the 1 cars. Langenberg in the 1. The 1J with an R on the end is Joe Reitz to the top of the racetrack. They'll battle side by side down into turn number 1 and 2. They hurry off and around, working off of 2 down the back straightaway. Is that 88 of Olmstead your leader?
Off of turn number 4, top 3 trying to break away from the pack. It is still Olmstead, Langenberg, and Reitz. Reitz had Langenberg by 33 1,000ths of a second that time by a battle between the pair of ones. Up redraw spot up for grabs. Right now Reitz has it as they work lap number 5, this time by Jerry, just 3 to go.
Down the front straightaway, Joe Reitz down to the number 2 spot. Langenberg back in the number 3 position. Still Jacob Olmstead out of Overton, Nebraska, your race leader. They work down into turn number 3 and 4. Off the top shelf we go. Greens high, 2 to go. Olmstead, Reitz, and Langenberg.
Great battle. Your top 3 now shaping up over the final 2/3 of a mile here in this one. Olmstead's got the advantage by 0.4 of a second. Reitz going to put about the same margin over Langenberg in that race for second. White flag will replace the green. Just 1 lap to go for Jacob Olmstead.
Down into turn number 1 and 2, it's going to be Olmstead right back there at the bottom. Reitz to the top, Langenberg on the bottom. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4 we go. Off of 4, Olmstead, Reitz.
Oh, man.
Courtesy lane was left open and then it closed real quick. But it's going to be Olmstead, Reitz, and Langenberg, your top 3. Race number 4, going to see Brody Sprang from Sioux City, the 27S, and Colton C. from Chilton, Wisconsin, the 29S.
Row number 2, celebrating an anniversary today. Brett Thomas out of Walker. Brett and his wife Tricia, happy anniversary. Brett behind the wheel of the 82. And his outside from Altoona, Tyler Inman in the 37T.
Well, I think today they might also be celebrating the fact that the car is here.
It didn't burn to the ground.
Yeah, it did not burn to the ground last night. That was if you were watching last night, we kept telling, hey, if anybody knows Brett Thomas, call him, get him to call right now where he's standing. The battery for the brake system in the trailer had caught fire, and somebody saw it. They put it out, and luckily everything was saved. Going to see Dan Melton from Rylander, Wisconsin, the 81. And the 120 is Stacy Huffman out of Salina, Kansas.
In row number 4 from Woodward, Hunter Longnecker in the 93. From Colorado Springs, Colorado, the 4D is Danny Conselman. And your 9th and final starter, the 54 from Kansas City, Eddie Ingram.
Hey, so today's play-along game on the live look-in on IMCA Racing.
Oh, there's a play-along game?
Is where are you watching from and what are you snacking on? It's Sunday Fun Day. Get a little interaction going here on the deal. Mark Anderson's tuned in, Chad Clancy.
That's not going to affect your ability to announce a race, is it?
No.
I mean, okay, because sometimes you get distracted by your socials.
Sometimes I just get distracted by you. Stunning, good-looking charm.
So flattering.
I did fall down and hit my head on the way up the stairs.
Did you?
Here we go, looking for the green flag. Heat race number 6.
I call that the Trent Loveroot effect.
Oh, Watch him on down into turn number 1 and 2. Yeah, when he comes around, things go awry in a hurry. Not awry is up front for Brody Spring. Brody Spring. Oh!
That was tight.
I don't know if you know this or not, but that was like the line when the door opens for the all-you-can-eat buffet brunch on Sunday mornings at St. Apollo's Cafe. Everybody was funneled in at once, and they all got there in time.
Unfortunately, Longnecker is going to pay the price on that with a right front flat that 93 sent to the infield. It's going to be the 27S of Spring.
29 of Colton C.
It's top 2 as they work off at 2.
Ooh, and there's Brett Thomas, the 82, and the 37 machine right there. 37T of Tyler Inman. He hustles off at turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. It will be still up front. C, Spring, and Inman.
Thomas still on the outside looking in. He needs to advance one more position to race his way into the A main tonight. As it stands, he would be sitting on the front row of a B main. Halfway home this time by Jerry. 4 down, 4 to go. It is still C out in front. Inman now has made his way past Spring for that second and final redraw spot. 3.5 to go as they head down into 3.
Tyler Inman coming to the outside of Cody Spring. Spring right there to the bottom. Off at turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. It's going to be Inman to the number 2 spot. Down the front chute side. Next time we'll be looking at the green high. 2 to go for your race leader, the 29 of Colton C.
2 laps remaining with that green flag up in the air. It is Colton C by just about 0.6 of a second last time across the line. Lap traffic may become a factor here momentarily. Now lap traffic going to work the top side. Layover flag given, as is the white flag. Jerry, just 1 lap to go. One final time they'll work off of turn number 4. It is Colton C racing to the victory. Tyler Inman will join him in the redraw, and Brody Spring it was Thomas. Thomas getting Spring at the line, so Thomas has raced his way into the A main. Two more Sport Mod heats remain.
Yes, and then we will be going to the NAPA fan zone for the ModLite ROC draw.
Because we've got the NAPA know-how on the updated schedule.
Yeah, we went to NAPA online and found that there.
Heat 15 coming up on the front row. Looks like it'll be Bakersfield, California's John Piker in the 28P, and to his outside from Brandon, South Dakota, the 5K is Jared Nitro.
Then we will go right there to row number 2, where it's Cole Hesse out of Gibbon, Minnesota, the 11, and Justin Raymond from Bird, Iowa, the 5J.
In row number 3 from Glendale, Arizona, the 7X is Casey Murdoch, and from Slayton, Minnesota, Braden Allers in the 2020.
Oh, he's 2020 again this year? The 193 is Josiah Taylor from Boone in the 193, and it will be Cole Oleksevich there in the 111 out of Susanville, California. And the 11D out of Bay Point, California is Danny Wagner.
There are a lot of Californians in this one. 3 of them. Third of the field is California. 2 Minnesota, 2 Iowa, Arizona, South Dakota.
California.
2 Minnesota, 2 a lot of states.
In the city. Who sang that? I can't remember.
I don't
know. Dr. Dre?
Spoo.
Spoo?
No, I was just going to say Sport Mod DQ, but I didn't know if I want to say it. Stepped header in the 1R Sport Mod.
Step header? What's that? Is that like when you're building the steps?
I don't know. That's what it says.
That's
what the text says. I need to work on my DQ update.
All right, it's going to be John Piker out of Bakersfield, California, the 28P, your race leader. The 11 of Cole Hesse and Jared Nitro out of Brandon, South Dakota. Going to work up on the top as they hurry off at turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. Brandon Allers there. in the 2020 car, working it on in as they go 2 and 3 wide all the way through the field.
What a battle for second on back. Man, John Piker's missing the great race here, but I'm sure he doesn't really care. His lead almost 2 seconds as they go 3 wide for third behind a smoking number. No, yeah, it is the 11 that's smoking, isn't it? Cassie still early here, just 3 laps down, 5 to go. Little separation from second on back.
Jared Nitro getting moved up off that line, and he gets hustled on back at about the 7th spot, as it is still your race leader. Piker, Hesse, Murdoch, that's your top 3 down into turn number 1.
Field works off at 2 now. Well, John Piker works into 3 while the field works off at 2. Here comes that 2020 of Braden Allers. Big surge off the low side of turn number 2. Draws to the inside of Hesse. Now quick to challenge for third. That 7 car is under attack. Casey Murdoch just shuffled out of the show right now as Allers is on a march forward in that blue and white 2020.
Braden Allers, a Slate, Minnesota wheelman, working it there at the number 3 spot. Green high to the air, 2 to go, 28P. John Piker, your leader. Piker gonna set her up there, sail around the bottom off of the turn number 2 into 3 and 4. This time they'll come on down. White flag is waving, 1 to go.
And that is Nick Brooklander down there in the flag stand for this session. So John Piker's got the field covered, 2.9, almost 3 seconds ahead of Hesse running in second. Hesse still trying to hold that 2020 of Allers off for that final redraw spot. One last shot for Allers. They'll go into 3, but off of 4, the checkers will fly for John Piker. In second, it will be Hesse hanging on for second, and Allers will round out your 3 feature qualifiers pending post-race inspection.
So some people checking in, giving some comments. Let's see, Brian Brushing, he is a junior member of the Muffler Pros. He's snacking on Busch Lights. Holly Marie Paris says watching from the catwalk, and Shane is snacking on pineapple. Shroggy's watching. Yeah, there's all kinds of people watching here.
One more heat race here for you.
Some guy's eating Cheetos on the beanbag in the basement of his mom's house.
So you said Shane is eating pineapple?
Shane's eating pineapple.
How is he going to do that since he's in this next race?
She just knew he was in the staging area eating some pineapple for when he wins. It's a little celebration snack afterwards.
Okay.
Mike Rutherford, the Mr. 31 here in your final heat race before we go to the NAPA Fan Zone. From Des Moines, the MR31, and Justin Addison from Meadow Grove, Nebraska, the 126J.
In the second row from Muscatine, there he is. That is the 17 of Shane Paris, pineapple in hand. To his outside from Portsmouth, Charlie Peck in the 27P.
Whoa, there's the other half of the fabulous Baker boys. From Bakersfield, California, the 11B is Brian Baker and Connor Barnes at Lindsborg, Kansas, the 7C.
Final 3 starters of your final Sport Mod heat has the 00X of Kyler Girard to the inside of row 4 from Moberly, Missouri. To his outside from Boone, Christopher Frisbee in the 17. And your final starter from Polk City, the 13V is Curtis Weber.
What was that movie? Remember the fabulous Baker boys? Was that a movie or was that... That was a movie.
That was a movie.
I'm trying to think of what it was all about.
Well, that's what the Google's for. Oh no! We got a couple of them around.
Well, right. It must have been about spinning in a heat race at the Prelude.
That could have been. He's going to keep moving on that 27 car. Not sure that
see if
Peck is going to. Well, he may have stalled it out.
Trying. Wheeling caution lights are on. Wheeling caution lights are on.
So this is the final Sport Mod heat race qualifier. After this, as Jerry said, going on down to the fan zone for the Mod Light Race of Champions draw. We'll come back after that Quick Car Racing Products track prep session for hot laps from modifieds 51 to 80. Our 6 modified heats tonight, Mod Light heat races tonight toward their final feature to qualify for the dance later on this evening. And 4 hobby stock heats, the first 4 of 16 hobby stock heats. That's all in the next session. Any updates on the snackers, Jerry?
Somebody's eating a Hot Pocket in their camper out back.
What flavor?
It didn't say what flavor a Hot Pocket.
Some of those are good and some of them just aren't.
Jason Strobel from Sacramento, California. He'll be in Boone the rest of the week with smoked bologna and smoked tri-tip. I need to know where they're at. I need to know where you're at there, Jason, so send me that. David Ferris is he's still looking for Twizzlers and Skittles with his friend Brenda.
Is he?
Yeah.
For you? For your post
For my
Your post-race festivities.
Dave Hodgins Jr. is apparently eating nothing in Yuma, Arizona. Oh, it's a ham and cheese Hot Pocket.
Oh, ham and
John
cheese. I like those.
Yep. Ham and cheese Hot Pocket.
That's a good one there.
Will Kirk is inventing with no snacks. Probably needs to run to the gas station to get some. It's after 4:20.
Run to Casey's. If there's a couple Casey's in Vinton, you can get a snack. Green flag is out. No lap scored complete. 8 laps. And got him going around again. This time it's the R31 of Rutherford.
Tucker Brooks.
Let's see.
Watching from a cousin in Alabama and would.
Whoa!
You'll have to go to the post to read the comment.
Better friend me on that one, I guess.
Oh, the Pineapple Express goes around. There will be no post-race celebration for the 17 of Shane Paris.
Down into turns 1 and 2. The field will work at 126J of Justin Addison is your race leader. Barnes and Gerard second and third.
Second one down. So they hurry on down.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That Tugger. I think he's related to Joe Dirt, working on down the back straightaway.
That'll be a date night set up.
Heck yes.
Working lap number 4 this time by. We'll be halfway home in our final Sport Mod Heat Race qualifier. Single file, the top 4 head down the front stretch. Still Addison, Barnes, and Gerard. Bieber on the outside looking in. There's Chris Krug in the booth in here. He's like Nebraska. They've been on the outside looking into a bowl game for how many years now?
Oh, lots. So as they hustle on down, it's the old 126J machine of Justin Addison. Addison on out front, followed by the 7C of Connor Barnes and Kyler Gerard, the 00X.
Josh Kepler's hanging out back home. He's hanging out with Brisket in the garage, the mascot at the Benton County Speedway. He must take the bull home over the off season.
That one time you and Brisket got in a fight.
Well, we argue a lot.
We warned you.
Off of turn number 4, white flag is going to wave. Top 3 closing together now, Jerry. They were about 1.5 seconds apart last time by. Just over a second separates the top 3 here in the final circuit.
Oh, hang on. I'm not going to be down there in the fan zone. I got to go to Jefferson. The Living Legends got some lasagna. Oh, look out. Hang on. The 7 gets into the back of Addison. Hang on this, Mike. Let Shane Paris race his way in. Boom, bang, got her to 3rd.
Wow.
So it's going to be Justin Addison, Kyler Gerard, and Shane Paris. By luck of someone looping it, is in the A main, and that means that we are set to go to the NAPA fan zone. For those of you who played along, watched along, we may come back live later in the night, but remember, you still have all kinds of time to head out to IMCA TV right now. Buy the week-long pass, buy the subscription for the Super Nationals. You can go back with that. You'll be able to watch last night, be able to get tuned in with tonight, and watch every second of every lap right here at the Speedway Motors IMCA Super Nationals, fueled by Casey's. Of course, we are on night number 2 of the NAPA Auto Parts Double Down Prelude. Thanks for being tuned in. Thanks to courtesy of our friends at My Race